Hello, sport fans. A wonderful day again from here in Benin City, Nigeria, on the sports show, Sports Arena on VOS TV. You can tell me once again that the sporting world have experienced a lot of amazing news, a lot of excellent sporting activities for the time being. Well, the Tokyo Olympics is there, and we also learn about something that happens in the world of football with regards to the GOAT, the well-acclaimed world GOAT. I mean, the greatest player of all time, one of them now in existence, Lionel Messi of Argentina. I will also look at the medals table in the ongoing Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games and how far the American team is going and holding on to the medals table. Once again, you are welcome to the program Sports Arena with your host today, Will Lambert. So let's go straight to business as we look at news making the rounds in the world of football. It's no longer news per se with regards to what has been happening in Camp Nou in Spain, in Barcelona. The Barcelona Football Club have announced on Thursday that Lionel Messi will leave the Camp Nou because of financial restrictions. And Messi has been since linked with clubs like Manchester City in England and also with Paris Saint-Germain of France. And well, we are going to look forward to what will happen to the 34-year-old Argentine forward. And maybe these clubs like Man City, they have the Arab money to take care of a player of the caliber of Lionel Messi. And Pep Guardiola came out on Friday to say that they are not actually bidding for Lionel Messi because clubs such as PSG or Paris Saint-Germain have already started making contact with Lionel Messi. And it's also being said that Mauricio Pochettino, the club of the manager of PSG, have also confirmed that they may potentially look forward to combining the likes of Lionel Messi, Kylian Mbappe of France, and also the Brazilian magician Neymar together in the forward lineup of PSG. We are looking forward to that amazing thing because the club chairman of PSG, Nasser Al-Khelaifi, is heavily involved in discussions with Lionel Messi. And you know, his father is his manager, and once his father agrees to that, make the agreement and make the contract, he's not going to say yes, he's not going to say no to the offer by PSG. It's so sad for Barca fans out there because the favorite player that they've adorned over the years, they are GOATs, and the one that can always play the El Clasico in Spain have finally departed the Camp Nou. And we had a lot of cross reactions and mixed feelings from people in the football world when Messi was announced to leave the club, the Camp Nou. Now let's take the reaction from the president of Barcelona, Joan Laporta. He said that they tried to make some negotiations with Lionel Messi at the club, but now he can no longer give anybody any false hope that the situation will be fixed because finally announced that Messi had become a free agent. That happens in June. And will no longer rejoin the club again because of financial problems. You know, this COVID-19 has really brought a lot of constraints on many clubs. There are spending limits, and the revenue is no longer coming in because most fans are not allowed to watch live matches again at the stadiums because of the COVID-19 restrictions placed in that country, because Spain was one of the countries in Europe that was adversely affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. So that has reduced the revenue of many of the clubs, including Real Madrid and bigger clubs, except if those clubs have extra means of making revenue. That is only when they can really reach out to big players like Lionel Messi. It's a sad one there because anything that Barca does or Barcelona Football Club does in Spain is always associated with Lionel Messi. And he has been with the club for 21 years, and he has won so many accolades for the club, both individually. He has won 5 Ballon d'Or while he was with the club. He has won FIFA Best Player of the Year also while he was with the club, and he has also won a lot of other accolades, including the El Clasico, so many times with that club. Now, moving away from that, let's take a look at what happened in the early hours of the morning at the 2020 Tokyo Olympic Games. And this was the women's football match between Sweden and Canada. Remember, USA won a bronze medal in that in this football in the Tokyo Olympics. But Sweden traded their tackles against the women's team of Canada, and in the first half, towards the end of the second half, Sweden scored first in the 31st minute with that goal that came from Stina Blackstenius. And after that, there was a penalty awarded to Canada, which was well executed by Jessie Fleming in the 7th minute. And the match now went into extra time and eventually to penalties, which Canada scored 3-2. Ended that encounter. So Canada has won gold in the women's football tournament at the Tokyo Olympics, and they were very, very happy yesterday. But Sweden were the better team, if you ask me again, because they played very well in the first half. They were in command of the ball. They had lesser turnovers of the ball to the opposing team, the Canadian girls. But at the end of the day, the most poised team, the most composed team triumphed in that football encounter. So congrats to the Canadian Football Federation with respect to what the women team did in Tokyo by winning a gold medal in the football competition in that Olympics game. Now let's take a look at the men's football finals. The men's football finals will come up later today by 12:30 p.m. Nigerian time, and it's going to be played at the Nissan Stadium in Yokohama, Japan. It's going to be between Brazil and Spain. We can imagine that matchup now. The top scorers to watch out for in this encounter, for the side of the Brazilians, you have so far in the tournament, Richarlison have scored 5 goals, and on the side of the Spanish, you have Rafa Mir, who have scored 3 goals so far for the Spaniards in this Tokyo Olympic football tournament. So, who are you placing on your cards on? Who are you placing your money on to actually win the men's football finals, the gold medal match? Well, I don't know for sure, but if you ask me, I think the Brazilians have the upper hand. They actually have excelled so well in this tournament so far, and Brazil has always almost been to the finals of almost every Olympics. And even when you talk about the World Cup, they're there. When we talk about age grade competitions, they are there. So I expect them to pull off a win in the encounter between them and the Spanish national team. Then let's also move on to basketball now. That you also know that in the early hours of this morning, in fact around 3:30 to 4:30 a.m. this morning, Nigerian time, the U.S. basketball team won gold medal in the basketball tournament. And guess who was on the scoreboard once again? We saw that Kevin Durant has become an all-time legend in Olympic basketball history. And he has done a lot for the USA basketball team. The early hours of the morning, Nigerian time or West Africa time, the USA actually came out in the finals of the basketball tournament at the ongoing Tokyo Olympics. And guess what happened? Guess who was in the lead once again, in the scoreboard once again? It was the easy money sniper himself, the snake himself. They call him the snake in the NBA, and is Kevin Durant. That was a top scorer in that a matchup against the French, the Le Bleu of the basketball tournament. That is for the French national side. And the USA won with points of 87-82 against the French national team. And if you watch the first quarter of that matchup against the French, the USA men basketball team were on top, because in the first quarter they scored the highest point against about 16 points of the French. The likes of Ivan Fournier, likes of Rudy Gobert, who are 7'1" in height, couldn't hold their own against Kevin Durant and Jason Tatum and Devin Booker, along with Damian Lillard of the NBA. These are names that when you call them, when it comes to basketball around the world, people have shivers up their liver, and they have a cold running through their spines. Because these guys, even when they are not playing together for a very long time, they are NBA stars that when even they are sleeping, you call upon them anytime, any day, they are bound to deliver and be the best at they can be. And Kevin Durant became the greatest U.S. men's basketball team Olympia ever. Because last night he scored 29 points and he made it 9 times to the free throw line. And out of those 9 times, he made 8 of his free throws. Can you beat that? 8 of his free throws. And no player in USA history have ever done that at all. And let's take a look at the history of Team USA when it comes to basketball. The most points scored in a single Olympics game in 2012, the player there was Kevin Durant, and he scored 156 points. And in 2016, the same person, Kevin Durant, scored 155 points. And in 1968, Spencer Haywood scored 145 points in the Olympics of that year. And in 1992, in Barcelona, when the Olympics were played there, Charles Barkley of the Phoenix Suns, that played alongside the likes of Michael Jordan, the likes of David Robinson, the likes of Malone and Hakeem Olajuwon, he scored 144 points in that Olympics game. So Kevin Durant has been the player in the USA basketball history to score the higher points in a single Olympic game. So he has been doing well for himself. He plays for the Brooklyn Nets, and recently we heard that he have a contract extension worth over $100 million that will last for 4 years with the Brooklyn Nets. No doubt the Brooklyn Nets will come out stronger in the NBA league when the season begins finally around October. And we look forward to having a big three in the Brooklyn Nets: Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and also James Harden. Well, congratulations to the USA basketball team once more for being world champions at the Olympics, and this makes it the 4th straight Olympics that they won gold medals in basketball, and they're also the #1 ranked team in basketball in the world. Now let's take a look at the medals table so far at the ongoing Tokyo 2020 Olympics. Topping the medals table is the USA with 102 medals, and they have 34 gold medals, 36 silver, and 32 bronze medals. Then followed by China with 84 gold medals in total, and 84 medals in total, I beg your pardon. And you have 38 gold medals, 29 silver, and 17 bronze. And the 3rd position is occupied by the Russian Olympic Committee, Russia. They have a total of 64 medals with 17 gold, 25 silver, and 22 bronze. And Great Britain will come at the 4th position with 19 gold, 21 silver, 21 bronze, a total of 61 61 medals. The 5th position is occupied by the Japanese Team Japan. They are the host of these Olympic Games. It's being hosted in Tokyo, the capital city of Japan. Now, they have 24 gold medals, 12 silver, 16 bronze, with a total of 52 medals in the table. So they are the 5th leading country on the medals table. It's a very good performance so far by the Japanese team at the Olympics. They are not letting their house down, or they are still fighting hard to be in the top 5 among the countries that are leading in the medals table. Well, our country, Nigeria, has done pretty well too, because they are about 64th position now on the medals table. They have won so far 2 medals. Those medals were silver and bronze respectively. More updates will come to you on this channel on the ongoing Tokyo 2020 Olympics, as we bring to you more activities in the sporting world. Just remember that More sporting information will be brought to you on this channel, and both what is happening home and abroad. Uyi Lambert Sport Arena on VOS TV. Do not forget to subscribe to our channels on YouTube, VOS TV News, on Facebook, VOS TV Nigeria. Also the same account on our Instagram handle. We thank you very much for being around with us. Congratulations to the national team of Team USA once again for winning gold at the basketball tournament in Tokyo. We hope to see you around again, same time next week. Bye for now.